Fixing Hair with me, Megan. Um, today we are going to be kind of just doing another hair live stream. Trying to get this camera angle right. So for today, I hadn't quite decided what I was gonna do, but I think to start out, I'm gonna show you guys how to do what are they called? Like a twist thingy. I'm not sure what they're called actually. I think it's just called a twist. But how to make it stay. Because I know, here, I'll turn her head a little bit like this, that way you guys can see. But a lot of times whenever you are, what is he doing? Oh, we got more people out there. A lot of times when you just think of a twist, you're like, I hope you can see. Sometimes, you know, people just do this, right? And that looks fine, but it's just gonna come out really easily. And so I'm gonna show you today how to do it a very cool way. Hi, Peace by Payton. I'm not gonna stay long. That's okay. You don't have to stay long. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so what you're gonna do is, we'll start out with a little section of hair to start out with, I guess. I hope you guys can see. Okay. So we're just gonna take like a half up, half down thingy like this. Okay. And I'm going to have fun. I'm just not into hair. Well, that's very understandable because you are a guy, so that's totally fine. I hope you have a great day. Okay. So I'm just gonna clip this out of the way for now. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing is doing a twist, which sounds really simple, and it is once you get it, but it's just a little, it makes it so much easier once you learn how to do it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the hair. I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna sit down for this one. Okay, so you're gonna take your hair and you're gonna split it into 2 sections. And then, here, I'll turn this even more. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start twisting one side of the hair. All right. And then what you're gonna do, so whatever way you twist it, I usually like to twist it to the right. So you twist it to the right, and then you kind of hold it. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the other side and twist that the same way. So you're twisting it, both of them to the right. And then when you twist them together, you're gonna go the opposite way. So when you're twisting them together, it's a little complicated at first, but you're basically gonna be twisting them around each other while you're twisting them out, if that makes sense. And that will get that twist to stay in place once you put the hair tie in. And afterwards I can show you what will happen if you don't. But so it's kind of, once you get it, you're just twisting out while you're twisting around, which is a little complicated at first, but it gets easier once you do it. So then once you get to the end, you go ahead and secure it with a hair tie. And then look at that. Your twist doesn't move. It stays exactly like that. If you can see it. Look how tight that is too. So here's what happens if you just do a twist like the way you would normally think of it. So you're gonna start out here, and let's just say you just do the twist like this. Like it might look cool like this, but watch, when you put your hair tie in, it's basically, look, it's gonna unravel all the way like that. And then it's like really, really sad. So you're like, to keep this from not happening, no, sorry, to keep this from happening, what you do, one more time, is you twist both sections the same way. So I'm twisting them to the right, both of them. And then you twist them together the opposite way. So you're gonna be twisting them together to the left while you're still twisting outwards. That way it's all really nice and tight. So you can see like that. And then you put your hair tie in. Stays perfectly like that. So yeah, there you go. That is one thing that I really like to do. Sorry. One thing that I really like to do. Next, let's take, so I'm just really into braids for some reason. I really like to do like Dutch braids, French braids, those types of braids. For now, I'm gonna do a little, what are they called? Fishtail braid, which is really, really fun to do. One thing, it does take a long time, which is kind of sad, but you split it into half, just like with a lot of hairstyles. And then what you're gonna do is I like to put my first finger in the middle of them, and then you're gonna take from one side and you cross it over to the other side. So the process is pretty easy. The hardest part is keeping it tight, so I like to hold it over there. Then you're gonna cross another piece over on the other side and hold it. And the tinier pieces that you grab, then the more the fishtail will look like a fishtail. The bigger you grab it, can kind of start to look like a braid a little bit. So the hardest part is getting it really tight up top, but if you hold these, it really helps. So you just want to make sure that you're grabbing little sections and then holding it there to make sure that you get that. So this is the start of this fishtail braid. It's kind of hard to see, but it gets better once you keep going. And the best thing to do with this one is just make sure you keep everything really, really tight. And again, the tinier pieces that you grab will make it look more like a fishtail and less like actual braid. And I'm sure there's like a faster way to do this, but I don't do fishtails very often because it takes so long. You have to have a lot of time, especially if you have a lot of hair. But they look really, really cool once you get it done. So you can kind of see a little bit right there. Look how cool that looks. That's so cool. But we're just gonna keep going. That stays. Okay. So yeah, it's really simple. Just grab hair from either side, back and forth. Like this. Oh yeah. And sometimes toward the end, I get kind of impatient, and so a lot of the time I'll just make really big sections at the end, which is fine, but it just looks cooler if you can be patient and make like the really tiny ones. But this is like a good hairstyle to do if you're like on a long car ride, or if you're having something that you want to do that's like somewhere that you'll be for a long time. This one's definitely a good one to do for that. And yeah, you just keep going all the way down. All right, guys, it's starting to, oh my goodness. It's starting to look really good now. You can see how it's really funny how the top part is so like big and then the little part gets really small. And it's really cool. First name. All right, let's do a reveal. This is what we got so far. Look how cute this is, guys. And it's so easy to do. Like, I know it looks really complicated, but it's so easy. Welcome in, Kona Bona. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are just doing a fishtail braid right now. And it's, yeah. It takes a while, but it's really cute. And it's like, it really just looks like a fishtail, which is just crazy. But yeah. I'm doing this while I'm trying to decide what hairstyle to do next. So that's one reason I'm doing this. I feel like I want to do some sort of braid, but I'm not really sure. So if you guys have any ideas, of hairstyles you want me to try, throw them in the comments and I will definitely consider them. But I just like trying new things and seeing what happens. But yeah, this fishtail is turning out very well right now, and I'm very excited. Yay! Guys, we're over halfway. This is crazy. We'll get there. Come my first name. The really hard part to remember is not to get too hasty, because then sometimes you start grabbing bigger sections and towards the end sometimes it turns out to be an actual like braid, and then it's like kind of sad. Also, sometimes I have trouble trying to get the sides even. Like sometimes one side will be more hair than other, and then it's just like, what in the world? It's like, what's happening? Guys, I'm so close. So close. This looks so good. And I'm actually curious what it looks like when you pull it out. I can't wait to see what it looks like. All right, guys, we're close. All right. So we will do an up close look in just a second. This is kind of running out of hair. I need to cut her hair. Let's see. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna end it there. All right, I'm gonna put this little guy on and then we'll do the review. Okay, here is the final look. All right, guys, this is crazy. And it actually didn't take me as long as I was expecting, but I actually really, really love this part up here because it's like, it's a lot bigger, but it's also just the way it looks whenever it's like woven together. Of course, there's a little bit of stuff right there, but it's just it's so cool. And the back side looks the same underneath. It actually might look cooler underneath. What? So cool. Hi, Bubs. All right. What are you doing?
I'm just going to get a live light and shoot outside.
Oh, okay. Have fun. Just gonna push this out. Okay, so we have our fishtail finally done. And I'm gonna try pulling out the ends a little bit just to see what it looks like. That usually works with a braid. I don't know if it's gonna work with fishtail. I'm thinking no. These are so hard to pull out. Oh my goodness. I went way too tight. You almost have to grab like each individual section and then it kind of looks done. I think I'm just gonna totally mess this up, guys. No. It's okay. It'll work out. You feel bad because like you did all this work to do it really tight and then you just let it all go.
I need help.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can.
Hello. Are you guys getting like the big water guns?
Yeah. But mommy said no, we have to steal them. He's not listening. Is that a is that a touch? No.
Fishtail.
Fishtail, yeah.
It's not looking any different. Well, maybe
That's
you
pretty
shouldn't
good.
pull out. Don't pull out the fishtail braids. It doesn't look good. Yeah, that does not look good.
That looks really good. I like how you put it over.
All right, taking it out.
I hope it would stay there.
What?
I hope this would stay there.
See, Megan, how do you do the fishtail when you do it over and then you gotta get another one, but it's too short on the other side?
And it's too short.
Yeah.
Mommy, Dexter's getting
a big water gun.
All right. Well, that's all of that one. I think I'm gonna try a hairstyle now with all of the hair. So let me back this up a little. Oh yeah. All right. First step of any hairstyle is brush the hair. Make sure that it's nice and smooth. All right. Now, for this hairstyle, I think I'm gonna do like a, let's see. I'm gonna stand up for this one. Okay. I'm gonna take the comb and try to part it down the middle if you can. Like this. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna take about a kind of like a triangle-ish from here. All right, so you're gonna kind of take a triangle piece of hair from here, and I'm gonna go ahead and clip this and try to get the same on the other side. So I think I did from here all the way down to here. And that's not quite a triangle, so I'm gonna try to make a triangle with all this. And it's kind of hard to see because I'm upside down, but I feel like that is working nicely. All right. So we got our triangle pieces from both sides, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up with a clip to keep it out of the way. Like that. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to go for a sort of like a Laura Ingalls Wilder bun. That's what I'm trying to go for, sort of. It won't be like the exact thing, but it's gonna be like sort of. That's like the idea that I'm going for. So yeah. So first I'm gonna get these front pieces up and out of the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and brush the rest of the hair and make it all smooth. And then I don't really have a picture, but I feel like for the Laura Ingalls hairstyle, it was like in the older seasons whenever she is older, I feel like there was some sort of bun up here. It was almost like the middle part was a bun and then the sides came up. So it's like we make another triangle. I don't know, I'm just trying things, guys. Let me know if you have any ideas for this, the Laura Ingalls hairstyle bun. But for now, I think I'm just gonna go for this idea. So I'm just gonna be pinning up a bunch of her hair right now. So yeah. Okay. So I think we're gonna kind of make a bun. Wait, her head is all twisted. Okay. We're gonna kind of make a bun like this, I believe. And because it's that like older style, you can make it a little bit loose. What I mean by that is like this bottom part doesn't have to be so tight against the head. Like you can make it a little looser because that's kind of the style. But I have my bobby pins over here. I think I'm gonna just kind of make a little bun, kind of like this, and then try to make it, you know, higher. And if you have this little like kind of French twist down here, it looks kind of cool. And you can kind of pull out a little bit of the edges just to make it look better. But you can kind of just go ahead and create your little bun and pin it into place. Yeah. This is looking good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we got the little bun part, and like I said, because it's old kind of, and this is like the Laura Ingalls Wilder style hair, you can kind of see how it's like not super tight, it's kind of loose, and that was just like the style back then. So that looks pretty good. After we have that little bun, I think we're gonna go ahead and let down these sides, and I'm gonna make these kind of go under and just kind of add to that little like twist thing. And I probably will do the twist that I did earlier. So all that is you twist both pieces of hair the same way, and then you twist them together but the opposite way. So I'm just kind of making a little twist right now. And then I'll just go up on the side of the head and then just put it around the bun and pin it. And if you want to, you might go ahead and secure it with a hair tie just so that it looks better. So I think I'm gonna do that. And you can also just kind of pull it out just a tiny bit to add like volume. I don't know. I feel like it looks kind of cool. You just kind of, just to add stuff in like that. So yeah, you just kind of put it around the bun and then just bobby pin it. And hopefully it will stay. But yeah, you can pull out these sides a little bit more to make it, everything kind of in that time period was just really loose and elegant. So you don't have to worry about anything being super tight right here. Okay, so we got that side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So you're just gonna take the hair that you have and you're gonna split it into half, which I'll go ahead and turn. The cool thing about this lady is you can just turn her head. So we got kind of a loose bun up here and like a lot of hair down here just kind of hanging out. So you're gonna split it in half and twist one way and then twist them together. And honestly, I made a mistake. I need to actually keep it like this. So twist one way and then twist together the other way. And then you'll just put it around the bun, just like the other one. Okay, this is starting to look really cool. So after I finish this twist, I'm just gonna put it around the bun and we will work on the top. And the top part's really, really fun because with that like Laura Ingalls Wilder hairstyle, the top part is gonna be really fun to do. Okay, gonna go ahead and turn her head back this way. Kind of pull out the sides just a little bit. And then you're just gonna go ahead and pin it wherever you want to. I'm just gonna get some down here and right here. Okay, so we got the bun pretty good right here. Now for the fun part. So this is gonna be the crazy part. So you're gonna go ahead and let down one side and we're going for that Laura Ingalls hairstyle. Little poof at the top. So we're gonna go ahead and brush it like this. Okay, I'm gonna repin this one over here. Wait, that gets out of the way. Okay, so this part's crazy. So I'm gonna turn it this way so hopefully you can see it better. So we gotta take this hair and make a little like poof. Sometimes this works really well, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like a lot of the time what they do is they brush it down first and then twist it right here. I don't know, and then when they like, and then they can kind of just like pull it out a little bit to make it like that nice little poof. I don't know, I feel like it's something like this. And then, does that look right? I know it was super poofy on top, but I can't quite figure out how to make it. Maybe we should just go down. Like that. And now I need more bobby pins. Bobby pins. So, something like this. And then you're just gonna bobby pin it all the way around the hair, like this. And kind of get those ends tucked in. We'll just see what this looks like. I'm gonna go and do the other side. Same thing with the Little House on the Prairie feel. you kind of go straight down first and then twist on the side, and that will kind of like bring up this nice little poof. And then once you get it where you want it, go ahead and pin it. And yeah. I can feel her head starting to slip. I need to rearrange. All right. I probably use way too many bobby pins. I get kind of carried away and I just start putting them in anywhere. Okay. So let me try to make this even really quickly. Okay, let me see what it looks like. Wow, that looks pretty good actually. Okay, this is coming off, so I gotta put this back on. All right, so we got that. I don't know. It feels like it's a little off-centered in the back, but let's take a look. Okay, so this is the Little House on the Prairie inspired bun. All I did was just make a little bun up here, did some twists under here. Hopefully you can see them. And then I did the twist on the side, and if you can see, the front is like that. And then other side. So yeah, I think that actually turned out pretty decent for me just throwing something together. But yeah, there is the Little House on the Prairie inspired hairstyle. And I think that is it for today. I ran out of ideas, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this now, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.